Yo, what up, Arlo? What up, Mario? Long? Yeah, I got in it. Based on the 4 hour and the 15 minute, I'm anticipating that 30 minute support to get broken. And then if you look on the 30 minute, there's this wick over here to the left. That's kind of the target. Um, so about 15 pips, but I'll probably close at 10. What up, Carlos? What up, Black Box? What up, Thomerson? I look at GJ. I just really like GA lately. It's been it moves a lot nicer, I think. Yeah, there's that 30 minute definitely be better. I just like the 15 minute. I like the stop loss. How I could have it at 6 instead of waiting for it to break. And if that were a big candle, then possibly got to wait for a smaller candle. So um, right here, I just consider this a fake out. This is kind of our zone. This made the top wick, rejected off of here. We had a bearish close back below support. We should continue down. If you look at the 4 hour, momentum's to the downside. We got nothing in the way. So we should continue down. We got our top wick kind of bounce off of that, it looks like. um, and the hourly has not broken the high in the first 30 minutes almost. So I'm thinking we should see a wick fill here and then possibly get down to here. I'm going to close once we hit 10, but you can definitely target, I think, that wick right there. So if we look on, I'll pull up the 30 minute. So yeah, this wick would probably be a good target. But I'm going to close at 10, so I think 10's about right here. So with the momentum being down, I think we should break through the support. Man, Zoom is dead today. Thanks. I hope so. I'm hoping it makes sense. Um, we'll see. I'd like a bearish 15 minute close here. That'll actually be the 30 minute close. So ideally, bearish 15 and 30 minute would be what I like to see. So I'm sitting at like -2, -3 pips right now. So I got entry at 93132. But we should get some nice volume right at open to hopefully take us to the downside. And then we got AUD news at 6:30, but that's just a yellow folder, so it shouldn't be anything too significant. Yeah, Gershad, I don't know, bro. We haven't won the trade yet. This could be totally wrong. We could be going up. I mean, 30 minutes bullish. So, yeah, you never know. It hasn't played out yet. You know the rule, though. You can't say anything until we hit TP or at least go break even. And if I compare myself to like Raquel or Monty, I'm like the baby student that's not even in school yet. I'm still in diapers. But yeah, if anyone wants Zoom, hit me up on Instagram. I don't know if anyone in the group that normally joins is coming in. So, damn, 3 dislikes. Damn, that was quick. What up, PGC? Yeah, Orgo. I think it makes sense. Oh shit! Damn, I didn't even see that. That thing just popped off. Cool. Now I just got to break that low on MT4. Yeah, we started a little early today though. I saw the entry, and I didn't want to start the stream after I took the entry and you guys miss it, so I figured I would just start a little bit early. I'm gonna actually move this to what's that? 93132. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking we should continue down. Get a nice little move. Let's see, the 15 made a lower low again, a lower high after another lower low and lower high. So I'm thinking this one should move real nice, or the next 15 is going to be the one that gives us that nice little 10 to 20 pip move like yesterday. What up, Iron Man? Yes, sir. GA again. GA's been paying the bills, so I'm going to keep going with it. I like it. I like it better than GJ, to be honest. It moves real nice. Yeah. So 10 pips for me is about right here at this wick. So I think it should pop past this no problem. Like I said, I think these two candles were a fake out. The zone's actually looking like it's up here, and then this one closed below. So I'm thinking we should kind of blow past that little support I have marked. What up, Giorno? How's it going? What up, Java? Favorite time frame? Shit. Probably the 30-minute. I like 30-minute entries. I took this one on the 15-minute, but it was based off of the 4-hour and the hourly. The 15 was just where I looked to actually where I wanted to like get into the trade. The entry wasn't based on the 15, but I'd say 15 or 30 I like those for kind of like pinpointing an entry that's going to give you the best like stop loss, take profit size. So Another bearish close. Hopefully we can just continue down through support. I think we should. On Zoom, yeah, there's no you must be new. There's no sharing. There's no screen share on Zoom, unfortunately. My desktop's not fast enough to do that. So, you got to go to YouTube to check it out, unfortunately. Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking this thing should pop through pretty nicely. Yep. Sorry, Carlos. Damn, only 56. Yeah, we'll see, Giorno. Hopefully it plays out. What up, plosive? 30-minute confirmation. Yeah, that was good. You waited for that. What up, Jolie? Started a little early tonight, guys. Sorry. I didn't want you guys to miss the trade I was taking, so hopefully it'll play out. Yeah, I got you, Iron Man. You're always welcome, bro. Come on, Instagram. Quit lagging. Jesus. I swear, Instagram is just garbage lately. I can't press anything. I gotta restart the app like every 2 times I use it. Finally. So yeah, I could possibly struggle with this little support, but I think it's gonna carry through. Everything's looking pretty bearish, so. Oh, I forgot to turn the music on. My fault. So I had my headphones on, so I thought there was music playing. There we go. Come on, GA. Pop down. I feel like once it gets through that support, it's going to give us a nice little a nice little move. I've been liking GA better. It's been moving. I just like how it moves a lot better. What up, Gustavo? Yeah, definitely make sure you press that like and subscribe button, guys. Then when I do start early like that, like I did today, you don't miss it. Cause sometimes we get the opportunity happens at like 5 o'clock. For something I like to see, and if you're taking the same ones I'm taking, if I wait till 5:30 to start it, then you guys kind of miss the trade. Because once I take my one trade, I'm done. That's it. So, um, if you're subscribed, you should get a notification if I go live 10 or 20 minutes early. Yep. Yeah, I trade New York in the morning, 5 to 8:30 Central Time, and then I trade Asian session every Sunday through Thursday on here for you guys. We start at like 5:15, 5:30 Central Time. Lots of news. I didn't see anything except a yellow folder for AUD at 6:30. Maybe it pulled up the wrong day. I don't know. Let me check it. Cause I didn't see anything for news. Yeah, no, Monday. JPY has a holiday. GBP. Oh no, AUD's not till 7:30. So. Okay, yeah, no, so that'd be 6:30. Okay. Yeah, it's just GBP and AUD tonight. So I mean, there's GBP tomorrow at 4:30. So, but yeah, I'm not worried about tomorrow's news. I'm worried about what's going on right now. And if you don't like the trade, you probably just shouldn't be in it, is what I would say. That's up to you, Sheriff. I would trade what you're comfortable. I wouldn't risk more than 2 to 3, maybe 4% if you're super confident and consistent. But that's up to you.
Hey, Paul, everyone should always do their due diligence. Don't take the trade just because Paul's taking it.
Yeah.
Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
This isn't a signal provider. He's just giving you what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
You should always do your own analysis to make sure it's something you're comfortable with.
Yep, 100% agree with that.
I still give you kudos for doing this YouTube every day, man.
Yeah, it's messed with my schedule a little bit, but I like it. It's fun.
I tell you, I do it a couple times and I just get so frustrated. I'm like, I don't even want to do this. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, last week I was not very pleased last week, but
it's different when you're trading for yourself and you're not trading in front of a public group. That's just the facts. It's different mentality.
yeah, it does help trading here, like kind of doing it live in front of people. It makes the trading on my own a lot better. There's 4 AUD in 1 hour. On where? There's nothing on Forex Factory. Monday, February 10th. It might be on that other site people use. I just use Forex Factory.
People saying there's good news?
Yeah, there's 4 AUD news in 1 hour apparently. Oh, shit. It popped down a little bit. Didn't like that support too much, but I think it's still going to break through.
Are you on a buy or a sell?
A sell. Based on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Yeah, Hassan, where's that news at? What website? Because I don't see anything on Forex Factory.
And then Ayla asked, what do you suggest for lot size on a $600 account or whatever that is?
Yeah.
whatever lot size makes you comfortable.
Yeah, I would do more. I would focus more on a risk than a lot size and have the risk tell you what the lot size should be. But
Right. And it's
um,
different for everybody, right? Again, your risk tolerance will be different than Paul's, will be different than mine. So it's not a set thing like you should do this amount. It's whatever you are comfortable with.
hmm
And it's different for everybody.
Yep, exactly.
You have to determine that.
Yep. Because some people are comfortable and good, like they'll trade 5 or 10% of their account. Some people
Yeah.
can't do that. I definitely can't do that. That'd be way too much for me.
And I lean more on that side. I'm comfortable doing close to that, but
FX
you have to
Street,
determine
okay.
it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured it was FX Street. I didn't. Let me check it out, I guess. I never checked that one, so I just stick to Forex Factory. News. Where do you even go to find news on FX Street? Yeah, I backtested GA. Um, and I mean, everything went pretty smoothly, so. Yeah, I don't even know where to find news on here. Oh, economic calendar, probably. That would make sense. Yep, okay. AUD in 30 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where we're at when we get there. I mean, if it goes down 8 pips, I'll be out of the trade, so I think that can happen in 45 minutes. Yeah, we've barely been breaking 100 lately. Sup, Raul? Yeah, London, I sent you the link too as well.
Yeah, I think I'm in here.
Okay, yep.
So,
How's it going?
pretty good. Got an S&P retracement here. See if it comes down.
Are you on a sell on the S&P, Pop, London?
S&P?
What's that? Yeah.
You're on it, yeah.
I just took one. Yeah, I've got it just above the 30-minute close though. So I mean, I'm keeping it tight for now. It's gonna come back up. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate a little bit.
That's kind of like I'm on gold. I think I'm going to sell on gold, but like long term, I want to be on buy. But it couldn't hit that above that 76, so I'm going to try and sell it down to 70 or something.
Ooh, she popping. Couple more pips. Let's go.
I caught that whole gold retracement this afternoon.
Nice. I didn't see it, but I'm assuming it was pretty serious. It was gold.
Yeah. It was pretty easy to catch all 4-hour resistance.
Yeah, it popped up to 76 several times, and it's just like it tried and tried. It's just like the little engine that could pop above, and it couldn't. So at that point, you say it's got to go back down before it makes another run at it.
Yeah, I'm about to TP on GA too, so let's get it. A good day for everyone. I think I finally had enough to get through that support. So.
Hey, Paul, Saturday wasn't a good day for me though because my wife made me watch all 3 High School Musicals.
Oh, that sounds like a dream.
6 hours of High School Musical on Saturday.
You got a great wife. That's what I'm hearing. She got good taste.
Like, are you freaking kidding me?
If you weren't singing along, you need to leave the Zoom. That's for sure.
No, I was. I was.
It's kind of catchy, to be honest. I don't know if I could watch all three, but it is kind of catchy.
Man, it's so corny. Sometimes you just laugh.
Yeah, yeah. I like Zac Efron as a actor though, so
No, I did.
I don't really
he's
mind
good,
it.
dude.
You know, yeah, he's funny.
One of my, I mean, The Greatest Showman is one of my favorite movies.
That movie was super
The
good.
music and that's just so. The music's amazing.
Yeah, I really liked that one as well.
That's how I calm myself. Like when I'm trading, I'll play Greatest Showman. I'll play Guardians of the Galaxy music. Just anything to kind
Same.
of get my mind cleared up. But that's a good one.
You can't say that yet, Giorno. Come on, you're a moderator. You gotta know that. Can't say good trade till we're out of it. But yeah, 15 minute looks like it broke that support, so I'm thinking we'll continue.
You locked in break even on that, Paul?
Not yet. Not yet.
No.
No. Once it flips bearish and it's up about 7, then I'll go break even. I'm sitting at 5.3 right now. But I think it's going to keep going, so I'm not too... The chart on YouTube is a lot different than what TradingView says, or what MT4 says. So it looks like I'm sitting in some really good profit right now, but it's only up 6 pips. So I feel like...
It's on to the left right there, though. Major support.
Yeah, right about here. Yeah, I'll be out before we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my 10 pips is like right on MT4. It's right at the bottom of that bullish wick.
Gotcha.
Or it's like almost right at the bottom, so. Yeah, I'm hoping if this flips, I think we'll be straight. But I don't know why it would go... Why would it close below and then close back above in a downtrend like that when we're bearish on everything else? So we'll see. But I think it should be good for 10 pips. Maybe a little more. But if we look at the hourly, it makes sense. This is actually, that's weird. So this hourly bullish candle is actually bearish on MT4. And it looks like we broke the low of that hourly candle, so we should see some more downside. Yep. There we got the flip. Oh, 7. 2 more and I'm out. Alright, I'm at break even now. Need about 2.5 more pips.
Are you getting that move down on the S&P, London? You should be.
No, it's not moving yet.
It's not.
All right.
It's going down again. You should be getting moved.
There's my 10. I'm out. I closed. So yeah, that hit 15 pips right there. I got 10.3 or something like that. That is it for me. Hopefully you guys caught some of it. I hope I started the stream in time. Damn, it's funny. I've been spending way less time on the charts and I'm so much better at analyzing. That's funny.
That old adage, paralysis by analysis, man.
Yeah, so in the past, excuse me, in the past I was I normally like working during the day, doing something, but since I'm just waiting to start this new job because I got to take those tests, I literally just am home all day studying, or I'm like at the gym and then I come home and I'm home all day, and I was trading like 10 to 12 hours a day, like literally 5 a.m. till we were done with the Asian session was how I was trading every single day for like 2 weeks straight. And literally, like, nothing would make any sense.
That's what I've been trying to do too. I'm trying to cut my chart times down by about 75%. Just come at, for the way I do it, just come at the end of the hour, at the end of the 4 hours, see if I've got my patterns, and then if I don't, just walk away at least till the end of the next hour. Don't even look at charts.
Yep. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. It's a lot less stressful in the trade. Yeah, I needed some guidance from Raquel and Monty to get my head on straight.
Man, you're still getting guidance from them. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, I
I might be going down to Dallas. I told Raquel we could go meet up in Dallas in 2 weeks here. I might head there down there.
Yeah, I'll be in Miami.
That's what I was trying. I'm trying to think. I'm like, Miami's a month later. Like that would be so much more fun.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be real fun. But yeah, no, it takes me a minute to actually listen when people tell me stuff sometimes. So I've been told, but I definitely needed some honesty last week because
That's everybody, man.
I was all over the place.
Try having a 17-year-old.
Yeah, no kids for me. I'm good.
Trust me, man. It's like, how many times I gotta tell you this? I'm trying to do this for your good, man. But they don't listen. Dad's the devil.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, he'll be like 25 years old and he'll come back and say, Dad, you were right about a lot of things. And at that point I can die. That's all I wanted to do. Because honestly, it was so annoying to hear you, Like, I wish you just would have listened.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, now I can die.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, thanks, Ogo. Yeah, I closed about 11. It was like 10.8. See you there, Gerzat. Thanks for coming. You don't.
Pretty good week so far, right, Paul?
What's up?
You're having a pretty good week so far.
Yeah, I'm 1, 2, 3-0 so far. 3 trades, 3 wins. It's been nice. Ooh, someone caught some nice pips. Nice job, Chris. So you're trading the S&P?
Yeah. I'm doing futures.
Okay. Yeah, I've never really looked into that. Is it a lot different?
It's exactly the same.
Huh, interesting.
The problem is you can't trade micro lots at all. You're gonna trade basically a contract at a time.
So what does that mean?
the patterns are the same, aren't they, Lon? If you know the patterns are the same.
Yeah, they're exactly the same.
So what are contracts?
Like a lot, standard lot.
Oh, okay.
Minimum.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like oil, you can't do. Oil is a $10 a contract. That's the littlest you can get on oil.
Even for just like trading it off of like your MT4 app?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. That's crazy. I think I traded oil. Oh, that makes sense. I think the one time I traded oil, I placed my trade. I went negative like $200 the second I placed it. I don't know if that's normal, but it was. I was like, what the fuck? I'm up 10 pips. Why am I still negative like 20? I don't know what happened.
Well, it depends on your spread too.
Yeah, you gotta be
Sometimes oil
careful.
spreads are.
I was with Hugo's Way, so that could have been why.
Yeah, so if Hugo's way, we'll do a spread on it. But if you're trading pure futures, it's basically like an ECN. You actually pair your contracts.
Gotcha. I think it was like the currency like U.S. oil. I think was what I traded.
Well, it's either that or WTI oil on like Trader's Ways WTI.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it was definitely the U.S.
So it's
oil because yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, I've seen people that freaking kill it, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. This looks good, and then I definitely should have did it on like a small account or demoed it the first time instead of just throwing real money at it.
I took a short at 50.27 this morning, and it went down to 49.70 or so.
Nice.
Not that same trade this morning.
Yeah, I think you and I trade a lot, pretty similar. We have like spy cameras on each other's rooms, like crazy.
Great minds think alike. Sometimes. I don't know. I've heard people say great minds think differently, and I think I feel like they both make sense.
But you see things differently. Like we're at the park the other day, and there's this rock formation. And my wife sees something that she says, "Oh, that's an eagle," and I say, "No, it looks like this." So it also depends on your perspective. Like
Mm-hmm.
two people can look at the exact same thing and see different. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, just like trading, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna mark up this trade. Oh wait, no, I don't want that. Shit. Right? Okay, that works. %. Okay, I like 6. There we go. So we closed 10. Hopefully you guys did too. I think this is just retesting. We're still going to continue down, but we haven't like they said in the chat. There's news coming in, so we could just be kind of pulling up for the news like we did the past 3 times in a row, to then further drive down because now we got this lower low here. So it's going to kind of probably, where's my marker? So basically came down, made that low, lower high, kind of retested this area right here, formed a resistance here, came down, tested the low right here. So now that we made that lower low, we're going to come back up and do that. Worst case scenario, we come back up to that resistance and then dump. So, but I don't think it's going to break back above personally. That 30-minute should have already gone up and closed back above. It shouldn't be just sitting there struggling. Alright, so. So we took that on the 15. I think the 30-minute would have been a nice entry too. Yeah, so 30-minute would have worked out nice too.
Going to close bearish here on the S&P.
So that should
are you going on this Iron Man?
No, I don't do the S&P. I'm doing gold. I got buys and sells on gold right now. But I'm hoping that gold kind of stabilizes right here. It gives us some rejection to go back up. So I'm thinking it's going to happen. And that would correlate with your S&P sell, I would imagine.
Yeah, to go up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think S&P just gonna trickle down though, and then pop back up. Probably London or New York. I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit, chase it down.
Gold should between here and 70 make another move back up. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for some
I'll hop off. You have a good night.
All right, see you later, man. Thanks for coming.
I'm out too. You guys have a good night.
See you later, Iron Man. Oh, wow. That's some intense pre-news stuff. So this is kind of the analysis on the trade if you guys came late. Let me screenshot this quick and then I'll break it down again. Excuse me. What was today, the 10th? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's for sure, Simon. That's well put. I'll be right back and then I'll break this down. Alright, so you see, remember I said we're either going to stay below that support here or we're going to bounce off of here with the news. I think news came at 6 or 6:30, but unless we're going up, we're not going above this level. And it looks like it's going to end up coming back down. Yeah, I got it, Nathan. I'll check it out in a second. So if you missed the trade, here was the idea. So get rid of this garbage quick. So we got a bearish 4-hour candle. We got nothing kind of stopping the 4-hour from going down. We got kind of bearish momentum on the hourly as well. This hourly kind of pushed up and closed like it was rejecting from something. I'm assuming something in this area. And then if we go down to the 30-minute, so now we know we're looking for sells. So this would have been, I assumed this, delete this too. I was assuming this bullish candle was going to be the top wick of the 4-hour, and then we were going to continue down to like this wick, which we actually came directly to, or we were going to head down to here. And then I went down to the 15-minute because it looked like it was starting to move, and then I saw this. So this was our 30-minute support right here, but what I saw was important was this area. It held up 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, and then we closed below. This was just a fake out, so I didn't really count this or worry too much about this area. I was focused on closing below here. This 15-minute closed below where those candles couldn't, and then once this wicked up and pulled back, I took an entry about right here and took it down 10 pips, which was on MT4 was the bottom of this wick. It was like right here actually, but on here it actually 10 pips was like right here. So that was the thought process behind the trade. One second. Alright. Yep, wizardry prevails again. We caught the last bit of the sells, now we're going to go up. So this trade is actually what we did yesterday too, if you look. So we got this candle, kind of looks like it's maybe rejecting something, probably this wick here. Maybe some sort of level in this area is significant. And unless we're just driving up before news, but either way, yesterday we took a buy stop above a candle kind of like this, and I continued up. So if you did that again, that actually worked again. I wouldn't have done it this time because it was going into a resistance and there wasn't enough room. Whereas, where was it yesterday? Which trade was that? So this was this morning. I almost put a buy stop or entered once we broke this high, but I saw this over here and I was like, and I just didn't really like it. So then once this candle closed, I actually took a buy at the close of this candle, and it just went straight up because the hourly looked like it was retesting this area in here. So I had my stops below the resistance because I didn't think we were coming back down. But I'm trying to find yesterday's Asian session trade. I think it was right here. Once we broke above here, I think that was it. And then we came back down, so it's kind of the same thing here. Coming down, broke above. But I do still think if we can't get above here, we're going to come down. So I'm going to leave this zone here till this candle closes, because then we know we're either heading off and heading up from here, or we're going to come back, close below here, and then continue down. Because if we go up, we're going to probably head up to around here, maybe somewhere up in here. If we come down, we'll probably drop down into here. I'll mark that up. I drop somewhere into there. Yep, yeah, no problem, Joey. I'm gonna try and do that every time now, just so if people show up late, they kind of can at least take a similar trade on their own next time, or in the morning sessions if they do that. Yeah, we're all newbies at some point. I still feel like a newbie half the time, so just embrace it and ask as many questions as you can. But yeah, Nate, I'm gonna reply to you right now. Sorry, my boss texted me. I had to text him back first. Yeah, so if it rejects, that I'm gonna just call you Das. I don't know how to say the first word. But if it does close below this resistance, I would then wait for a 15 or a 30-minute candle to go bearish, and then take it back down with the anticipation that the 4 hours should continue back down. Like I said, I think we're just rising up because of the news, because that's what we've done every single time. I don't think we're gonna get above this resistance, but if we do, which can definitely happen, I think we're going to be heading up. So if we close above, I wouldn't enter on this 30 minute because it's way too big. Your stop loss is going to be massive. And momentum is still to the downside. So I would just be, I wouldn't feel confident in the buys yet. So I would say if we close above, maybe scale down to a 15-minute time frame. Wait for it to make a high and a higher low, and then enter on the low for a buy, take it up. Or, I mean, it'd be riskier and your stop loss wouldn't make a ton of sense, but you could take a buy if we close above and have your stop loss just below the resistance, a couple pips below, maybe 3 or 4 pips. I wouldn't recommend that, but I mean, if it is going to stay above, it should stay above. But remember, so this wick right here, the bullish one, is the top of the 4-hour wick currently. So unless we can get above that, I still think we're coming down. And if you notice, this wick still hasn't broke to that high yet. I still don't think we're going to go up. If we get above here, we wick up, come back down, then yeah, we'll probably head to the upside. But, oh shit, spoke too soon. So yeah, buys might be what we're looking for now. We'll have to see what happens with news. I would say once news happens at 6:30 in 12 minutes, I would analyze after that and look for taking an entry. Because if the news shoots up like crazy, any analysis we had down here is irrelevant. Any analysis we had here is relevant. So I would say see where it goes with the news, and then look to kind of get a setup and look for an entry. Oh, what up, Brandon? Asian moves could be done, but with news, sometimes you get 2 or 3 more opportunities, especially with AUD lately. It's had moves till about 8 o'clock Central, so almost 2 more hours to get another opportunity for sure. Yeah, there's no bottom wick on this 30-minute. I don't know if that has any significance yet. It could just mean price doesn't want to go down any further than that. But with momentum being down, I still feel like that bearish wick that happened is going to go get filled. But we just got to see how the news plays out. Yeah, it could, Josh. That could definitely have a factor. But AUD is in session right now, not GBP, so GA could probably have some nice movements. Yeah, see, it's looking like it's rejecting that area. Yeah, I still think it's coming down. Unregulated brokers. Um, I don't know. I don't really have too much knowledge on it, you could say, but I'm pretty sure LMFX is unregulated, and I think they're just fine. So I would say they're not. Depends on the broker, but the LMFX I used was pretty good. And then the one I had before was Hugo's Way. Not sure if they're regulated, but they were. Besides the spread, they were really good with withdrawals and deposits and that kind of stuff. So I didn't mind them either. Just the spread. What up, Damien? If that candle flips, it's gonna die. If it closes kind of like it is, I think if you put a pending or entered once it breaks the low of that candle, if it closes below the support right there, I think that'd be a real nice trade. You should get some nice momentum once it breaks the low. But it's got to close below. Yeah, it closed back above. So I feel like it has a good chance of filling that wick since it closed above. But we got news right now, so we'll see what happens. It could just dump. This is GA, Richie. Yeah, it'll probably keep going down now. Yeah, Nathan, I replied to your message too, just so you know. Yep. No worries. Yeah, that makes sense, Jolie. The JPY holiday could definitely affect the JPY pairs for sure. Nobody came to Zoom today. That's funny. I think we're going to drop down to that 92,800 area. Fixed aura. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense, Robin Hood. If I would have taken an entry, I said it earlier, I would have just been a little weary because of the news. The fuck is my mouse? God damn it. Shit's lagging. Jesus fuck. There we go. I can't wait to get a new computer. This is fucking annoying. So if my mouse ever works, I'll tell you guys. Alright. I would have put a pending probably somewhere down here, or entered once it broke the low. But just with the news, I might have been a little hesitant to do that, and probably waited for a 15 or a 30-minute close. I think this 30-minute, you should be, if we close below, it should stay below here and then continue down, down to about here, maybe even here. But I think there's plenty of room to go down, as long as this candle doesn't do the move. I've just noticed GA, once it does break lows and highs of like weak candles like that, it tends to just go about 20 pips, and then you gotta wait a candle or two to get the next entry if you don't want to have a massive stop. But if it gets a nice close, I think you could get a nice sell opportunity out of it for sure. Because it's definitely going to break that bearish wick in my opinion. Excuse me. Yeah, if you like it, Robin Hood, I think it definitely still makes sense. We're still going down. I don't see an issue till like 92,800 area. Just make sure your stop is above some sort of resistance. Is all I would suggest. Because we're below everything now. We should just keep falling. You see, if you did take a pending below there, you're probably up. Come on. Jesus Christ. Can't even click buttons. It's so damn slow. Yeah, you probably could have. You're almost at 10 pips if you had a pending below. I think you should be good to get that probably real soon, actually. Damn, 4 dislikes. What did we do wrong? Yep, you probably hit 10 pips if you got an entry below that candle now. I'd definitely go break even for sure, and then just let it ride. And that's moving real nice. Look at that. So yeah, this just ended up being the pull up before the news, like we talked about. Oh damn, she's popping now. Let's see what we're at if we did below. Come on. Oh yeah, you got 10. Oh geez. Yep. Yeah, that'd have been a nice trade as well. Hopefully someone caught some of that. Did you get in that Robin Hood? Nope, so I caught the sells earlier. I've been out since 5 minutes into the stream. But this sell stops below that bullish candle worked real nice. Probably almost got 20 pips there. I think Robin Hood's in it. Nice cats. See, I knew I didn't trust those buys for a reason. They just did not make sense. Yeah, there you go, Robin Hood. Nice. Probably got almost 15, 20 pips from that. Yeah, I saw it, Cody. All right, Robin Hood, I'd definitely be going break even if I were you, and securing something, because a nice 17 pip move, that'll pay lots of your bills. Uh, Josh, I normally take it 10 pips and then I get out. So, as long as there's 10 pips before there's a support or a resistance, that's good enough for me. There you go, Robin. Nice. I think it's gonna keep going. I don't think it should come back to your entry. You should be straight. Yep, exactly. I've had 3 of those this week, so it's been pretty nice. Someone's in the Zoom. They keep burping or something. I think it's a sign. Yeah, 30-minute wick.
It's my tail, guys. I think.
What's up?
It's my table. The keyboard stand is a bit loose, so that's the noise, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kept hearing someone. Um, Left shoulder. Not sure on that exactly. I kind of got an idea, but I don't trade off of that kind of stuff. Zoom out, see if I can get a better idea. Yeah, we could see something right in here. We could see a reaction in here to then head up, but we got to see what happens down here. This one kind of tapped into it, it looks like. So if you're set to break even, I think you'll be fine. If it pulls back, hopefully you secured something, but it should be good down to here. If we look at the 4-hour, right? This thing ever loads. Jeez, it's slow today. Yeah, you're late. You're late, Ryan. You missed it. Yeah, so if you look at the 4-hour, we should drop down into here and potentially come down into here. So we got a lower high here. We got a low. So we should come and test this low right here. That would make sense on the 4-hour. Just like if we're looking at the 30-minute, the 15-minute. So I think there's still a lot more downside. On the 1-hour, okay, let me check that out. Yeah, I'm assuming you're referring to like head and shoulders. I don't look at that stuff. I mean, if you're looking here, there's nothing until we get down to here on the hourly, and then when we go up to the 4-hour, there's nothing until we get down to here. So I think you're still good for yourselves. Shouldn't be too much of a wick up either. It should just be like a normal pullback, maybe like 30-40% of the candle max, and then continue to dive. Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking, Cats. It's got a lot of downside potential for sure. Been swinging it for 3 weeks. Damn. Yeah, I think it's going down. I think it's gonna head down to like 92, 200 area, if not lower. But we'll see. All right, Cody. So a pip. Let me zoom in so we can kind of look. So these numbers on the side, they kind of you can measure out the pips based on these, but these numbers are different for every currency pair. That thing's spiking down, nice. These numbers are different for every currency pair, so I just use this little ruler on the left side. And so the trade from earlier entered about right here, and once it hit 10 pips, so you see where it says on there's three different numbers on that top section, the negative 0.0016, then you got a percentage, and then there's the zero, the minus 10.6. So once that number is at 10, that's 10 pips, and then you can kind of just line it up with over here. So 93171 to 93065 is 10.6 pips. But these are all different. I don't know exactly how to measure it with this, so I just use the ruler. But basically, the size trade you take, so let's say you take a 1.0 trade, which is $10 every pip. So if you took 10 pips, you would just go $10 times 10 pips. So you made $100 basically. Probably after the trade fee or the commission fee to place the trade, you're probably looking at like 85, $90 for those 10 pips. But that's pretty much how you do it. So you can take any size trade. You can take a trade that the lowest you can go is 10 cents per pip. So if you traded that and you count 10 pips, you made $1 or 80 cents, 90 cents. If you do 1.0 or 0.1, which would be 0.1 in like the app, that'd be $1 per pip, which is $10, and then 1.0, $100, 2.0, 200, 10.0, 1,000. So it just kind of goes up from there. And I'm not sure what the limit is, if there is a limit, but I'm sure there's a limit on some accounts. But yeah, that's kind of how you do it. It just depends on your trade size and then how many pips you take. So like if you took 20 pips on the 1.0, which is $10 a pip, that'd be 200, and kind of just goes off of that. So if you did 20 pips, that would be about this far right here would be 20 pips. So if you did the $10 per pip, you made about $180 in less than 30 minutes. So not too bad. um, So this for like the one we took today, Cody. Um, oh damn, that thing. Uh, Nice job, Robin. I don't say that thing probably hit your TP. That was a nice one. So if we're looking for a sell, the ruler, the color of it, and it saying -10, it's all kind of irrelevant. It's just what's important is it 10 pips there, and then if we go up, there's 10 pips there, 10.7, same thing. So if we're buying, there's like a buy and a sell button. So if we're buying, we're going to press the buy button with the lot size, and then we want price to go up. So if price goes up 10 pips and we're trading $10 per pip, we make 100. But you can set on your trade, you can say, okay, if price comes below this wick, I want it to take my trade out automatically, right? So let's say we entered right here, and if price came below here, um, let's just 17 pips. So if you're doing $10 a pip, then it would close your trade at about minus 170, 180 bucks, and just close it automatically for you. Same thing when it goes up though. So like if we're buying and you want to exit the trade right here, and let's say that's 20 pips, once price pushes and hits that level, it'll actually close the trade in profit automatically for you. So same thing when you lose. So when we're selling, like today, we're just pressing the sell button with the lot size we want and putting the stop loss where we want the trade to exit if it goes in the wrong direction. And then whenever it pushes down, if we're selling to a certain area, then we can close it manually or have a take profit set to where once it hits a certain level, like this area right here, some guys trade just hit there. So see how that candle kind of tapped right there at the bottom. It probably closed his trade automatically right at that area. Hopefully that answered the question. Yeah, it's pretty simple once you kind of look at it and figure it out. It's pretty straightforward. You just gotta, I don't know, 10-minute introduction to it. It should be pretty straightforward. It's super simple. This is GA Shabai, and I would not be looking to enter. Yeah, sometimes. So sometimes your broker, um, like if you want to exit the trade right at the top of this little box, let's say, sometimes price will have to push to like a little bit past it to actually close it. And that just depends on the broker and your spread. And I think that's it. So your spread is if you take a buy right, let's say you took a buy right here, if your spread is really high, it's actually putting your buy in like here or here, depending on where your spread is at. So if your spread's at 1 or 2, that's a pretty decent spread. So then you're getting put in basically 1 or 2 pips above where you actually entered, where you wanted to enter, you could say. And then same thing for selling. If you're selling and you're at a 1 or 2 pip spread, it could put you in 1 or 2 pips lower, or 1 or 2 pips lower than you wanted to enter. But typically that shouldn't. If your trade's right, 1 or 2 pips shouldn't mess you up too much. I think it's going to push down. If it can break this support, it's going to head down to 92,300 area, Johnny. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, if you leave that runner break even, it is a GBP pair. It could wick up, take you out, and then continue down. You could re-enter at that point, but it's going to depend how we react to this support. My spread is, so for Asian session, my spread is between 0.9 and 1.3 pips, but during New York and London, it's 0.5 and 0.9, so it's under a pip for my spread. $2.7. Yeah, I think when I entered the trade, it was 2.3, and then by the time it started to move, I was down to like 1.1, 1.2. So it wasn't bad. Yeah, Hugo's is rough in Asian, Josh. That's why I switched. But I have LMFX. That's who I'm using. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some drink. Yeah, I'll pull up EJ real quick. Assuming my desktop wants to cooperate. I'll shoot EJ. Alright. Alright. Yeah, it looks good. I would just be concerned about this area right here. So it kind of closed below there. So I would wait for it to come back to here, form a support, and then take it up. Or just wait for it to close above here, and then you can take it up to here. But if you go bearish here, I think you're going to head back down to here. But this area, let me check out the 4 hour. Yeah, I would look for buys. But you are below all of this. Yeah. You could see some reaction right there. Yeah, I think your best bet's gonna wait for it to come form a support here, or if it closes back below here, you could probably get some sells in again. But it looks super bearish, so I feel like for it to come all the way down to come all the way back up wouldn't make a ton of sense. But how many pips is that? Yeah, I'd wait for a support to form here. Yeah, that's what I'd wait for, Robin. Yeah, it's looking like it's gonna break through there. Yep, look at her go. It's gonna drop now. Thing is dying, jeez. That was a hell of a sell. What up, Phil? Yeah, nice job, cats. Nope, nothing for me, TV. Yeah, AUD's looking pretty strong, but it's the beginning of the week. It did it last week, remember? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we had super aggressive pullback, and then Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, um, we had some nice push to the upside. So we're probably just creating the new weekly wick to the downside. But oh, that week closed bearish. Okay, so yeah, we couldn't sustain above. Retested it. Now we're gonna continue down. Probably down for sure past this wick. Probably drop down to shit somewhere in here on the weekly. Cause yeah, there was no push to the upside. Really, just that last little bit. But I mean that daily. Yeah, we could head down to this support and then head up. Possibly fill that wick. And if it can't break that wick on the daily, then we're probably going to continue up. But yeah, I don't know. As we kind of came up, came back, retested here, and then we should continue down because this made a low below the previous support. So now we got a lower high here. So are we going to get a lower low? But because if we do, we got to break this support, to kind of get down to this area. So we'll just have to see. But that thing looks like it's dying. Oh yeah. Right though, guys. Hopefully you caught those sells. If you're holding it, I think you're good down to like 92,400, but more ideally 92,300 is where we're probably gonna head off to. Possibly pretty quickly. This thing's moving really well. But I'm gonna call it a night. I got my pips. You guys got yours, and we will be back tomorrow. Make sure you like, subscribe, because if we start early like we did today, then you guys can catch those sells and trades we get in if we get in before 5:30. So I will see you guys tomorrow.